Today, I'd like to talk to you about a concept that has completely revolutionized how I approach food and fitness, health, love, business, and so many facets of my life. And it's something called the 80-20 rule. So the 80-20 rule is something I talk about in 30 Day Healthy, and it basically states that 80% of the effects come from about 20% of the causes. And I also like to reverse it a little bit and look at it as about 80% of what you're doing is all that's necessary, and that other 20% doesn't quite matter. It's extra noise, and it's not going to make the huge difference. So how does this apply to healthy eating? So this 80-20 principle is not a diet by any means, but what it is a way to approach a healthy lifestyle that's sustainable and will be effective. And if you're like me and you know the struggle of super limiting your food, restricting everything, and just kind of suffering through in order to achieve weight loss, I think you're really gonna like this approach because it's one that focuses more on moderation and consistency. So really what we're doing with the 80-20 principle is we're basically applying balance, moderation, and a realistic approach to food and fitness and subsequent weight loss. So people often ask me, how do you eat clean all of the time? And I get comments like, so you never eat sugar? You never have pizza? Do you ever eat anything unhealthy? But in reality, this is not the case. That is not how I live because it's very unrealistic, and I would question if it's even possible to do something 100% of the time. I mean, if we're talking about diets, even if you're consistent and you hold on and you do it for a month or two, it's not sustainable. You will not be able to continue that for the rest of your life. And it's because it's just too strict. It's too limiting. So when you practice this 80-20 rule of a healthy, cleanish lifestyle, you can go out to dinner and you can enjoy food out with friends. You can have a cookie or a burger. And what that does is it allows you to have this long-term lifestyle rather than limiting yourself to this diet. But you can't do it constantly. You can't have that be the 100% either. There's two sides of this spectrum. So what we want to do is have 80% of the time you're consistent, you're doing what you need to do, and those activities that don't align with our goals are more of the 20%. And honestly, it's helpful emotionally. Instead of beating yourself up for every single mistake that you make and hating yourself when you couldn't achieve your ridiculously restrictive goal, you kind of allow yourself some leeway to make some mistakes and then get back to business. And even if those mistakes aren't really mistakes, even if you plan them in. And it's why I absolutely love the concept of the cleanish lifestyle and why I think it resonates with a lot of people, because nobody wants to be 100% clean. You want to be clean-ish. It's just a more realistic, reasonable, and actually achievable way to achieve a healthy lifestyle. So how do you do this? The breakdown's pretty simple. 80% of the time, you choose clean foods, you eat well, and you choose foods that are actually good for you and fit into your macros. And then 20% of the time, you don't focus as harshly on those. You can have a little bit of a treat, you can indulge yourself here and there, and it's that 20% where cheat meals or treat meals or untracked meals, unplanned meals, whatever you want to call them, it's when those come into play. Those meals where you're not paying as much attention to the macros that you're having, you might be enjoying a spontaneous treat with your family, and it's those times where the focus of your healthy, cleanish lifestyle isn't on the clean part, it's on the ish. The rest of that 80% of the time, you're on your game, you're dialed in, and you're doing what you need to do. So let me tell you how the 80-20 principle has worked for me. I used to obsess about every single calorie. On special occasions like Thanksgiving, I would avoid the pumpkin pie. I wouldn't enjoy an ice cream cone with my kids. I wouldn't have a cookie that my daughter made. I would just not have any of that because I was afraid it would ruin all of my progress. And as you know, we're around those holidays of Christmas and New Year's and all of those times where there's a lot of opportunities to have poor choices in food. And so I get it. It's scary that if you think you're gonna have something like a piece of candy for Halloween or pumpkin pie for Thanksgiving or some Christmas candy, and then immediately that's gonna ruin your goals, you're gonna gain all that weight back and you're gonna lose all of your progress. That's a very scary thought because of how hard you've worked for it. I get it. But in reality, that's just not gonna happen. I've learned learned. I've tried both ways and I've learned you don't gain all of that back. One small step in a journey of a lot of steps, lots and lots of steps, does not make that big of a difference. Especially if you follow that up with 80% of the choices that align with your goals. You might gain a little bit of extra water weight, or you might feel a little puffy after having too much salt in a day. But if you just get back to your normal routine, it will go back to normal. Just follow the 80% and you will be fine. The trick is to really enjoy those moments, but also to understand that they're part of this journey of weight loss and healthy lifestyle and this cleanish approach to living and enjoying your life and food, and that those can both exist together. Believe it or not, the more you make those 80% choices that align with your goals, your body is gonna get more and more used to that, and it's not even gonna want that stuff 20% of the time. To be honest, I don't have a full 20% of cheat meals or untracked food because my body just doesn't want it. And so my goal for you is to get to that point when having a cookie is just not that big of a deal, and it doesn't turn into this tail-spinning, whirlwind, self-hatred, yo-yoing issue where you feel like you've given everything up and you're starting all over. You want to think instead, I'm enjoying this because it's part of my cleanish lifestyle. Personally, I find that if I'm not struggling, fighting against something constantly, I am a much happier person. So when I stopped limiting myself and really focusing on every single calorie and macro and how that's gonna have a negative or positive impact on my life, the happier I am and the more successful I've been with this healthy lifestyle. Because that pressure can build on you and it can become an obsession. So with this lifestyle, we don't aim to be perfect. We're aiming for this healthy state of thinking and living and eating, and it's okay when it goes a little off track sometimes because we know that overall we're making those right choices. And so instead, we're focusing on being mostly good most of the time. And it's about finding that balance that you are happy with. Because as much as you intuitively know that good nutrition, fitness, and exercise, getting the right amount of water every day, and all of those things that we already know are gonna help us lose weight and feel confident and be happy, you also wanna just be able to live. And it's really in this 80-20 principle that you can do both and be successful. It's kind of about being imperfectly perfect. And so if this concept is resonating with you and you need a little bit more help and support, we talk about it in my 30-day healthy program, which I can link to. I'm here for you. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video.